Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Srinivasa Biology Tutorials. For this section to discuss NCERT Class 12, the chapter Microbes in Human Welfare. Part 4, Microbes in Production of Biogas. Microbes in Production of Biogas. Biogas is mixture of gases containing predominantly the methane. Means biogas means a part of the methane. It produced by a microbial activity and which may be used as in a fuels. So methane gas get using as is fuel. You have learned that microbes produce different types of gaseous end products during the growth of metabolism. In the growth of metabolism, to get produces as the number of different the gases will be there end products. Okay, next. The type of gas production depends on the microbes and the organic substance they utilize. So how do they enter the biogas? It's producing, they get using as some raw materials as well as some raw materials means that nothing but as any organic substance and some microbes to get produced as gases. Here in this example they are cited in that in a relation to as any fermentation, dong cheese making as a production of any beverages, the main gas was produced, that is in a CO2. So this when we are using as any the different microbes, they are completely cited to get a fermentation process, dough cheese making and production beverages, and the main CO2 also they get produced. Okay, next. However, the certain bacteria which grow as an anaerobically the cellulosic material to produce a large amount of methane along with CO2 and H2. CO2 and then H2. So in this methane production, it is the content as mostly in a CO2 and then H2. This bacteria is converted there collectively called as any methanogens. So this methane, which they produce, that bacteria or microbes we call as any methanogens. We call as what? Methanogens. And one such as common bacteria, the methanobacterium. The bacteria name is what? Methanobacteria. This bacteria is commonly found in this anaerobic sludge during the sewage treatment. Anaerobic, not aerobic. This is an anaerobic sludge during this enter the microbe. Only they get participate to get the production of any methane gas. Next, a lot the cellulosic material presence of in a food cattle is also the present in a rumen. So in that rumen of this in bacteria help to as a breakdown the cellulose play important role is the nutrition of the cattle. So in that cattle rumen region the methanogen bacteria is present. That methanogen bacteria the major function is what? To get digestion, that complete digest as in a cellulose. To get digest as in a that cellulose. Next, do you think where human beings they are able to digest the cellulose, the presence of our foods to extract the dung, the cattle, the commonly the gobar, which is rich in the bacteria. Let's see that in a the same that the humans that is not is present, that enter this methanogen gas is not formed. This process here dung can be there used the fermentation of biogas commonly called as a gobar gas. So this process when the methane is formed, when used as a dung to get prepared as gas, that gas we commonly call as what? Biogas or called as in a gobar gas. Here, how do they get developed as in a? How do they prepare this biogas? Let's see the process. Here, the biogas plant consists of a concrete tank 10 to 15 feet deep in which bio waste collected and the slurry dung feed. So first when we take as an here see the 10 to 15 feet of in a concrete tank, and after to get add with as in a bio wastages, slurry, dung, they are complete to get add. After the floating covers is placed over the slurry. So after when we are adding with as an the entered the biological materials and dung, everything there added to get cover the place over the slurry. Next, keep the raising gases produced by a tank due to the microbial activity. So then what happened in this completely automatically the gas will be to get formed. The biogas plant has been outlet which is connected pipeline supply biogas nearby houses. So in this outline they get connected with as in a pipeline with the nearby houses. The spent slurry they removed off through the another outlet we are used as an then fertilizers. So the remaining that ended when they could comes other wastages to get used as in a fertilizers. Next, the cattle dung available the large quantities of their rural areas, whereas cattle used for as a variety of purpose. So in this cattle dung they are used as a they're completely different purpose they get using here. So biogas plants are more often built the rural areas. The rural areas mostly get used as in the number of ways. Next, the biogas thus the produced is used for as a cooking, lighting. The biogas which purpose we are using? Cooking purpose as well as in a lighting purpose they get using. This picture is biogas plant. They show given 8.8 diagram. So in this in a biogas production diagram. This technology biogas production was developed in India mainly due to as in the efforts of Indian Agriculture Rural the Agriculture Research Institute IARI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, and their Khadi and Village Industries Commission. This they are complete they take care about as in the production of any biogas. Next, if you schools is they are situated in a villages nearby villages, it would be there every their interesting that inquiries of their any the biogas plant nearby. So in that once you observe as in any nearby schools or any the the biogas plants are there, visit biogas plant and learn more about from as in peoples who are there actually there managing it. So who are they using that, how do they get using, once you get see and get as any more information. Next, here, microbes as biocontrol agents. Next, microbes and biocontrol agents. Biocontrol refers to this the biological methods for controlling the plants, diseases, and pests. So when you are using as in a that mostly some microbes are to control to as in a diseases as well as in a pest in the modern society. This in a problems has been there talked increased by as in use of chemicals by in insecticides and pesticides. So here mostly in some insects and pesticides we are controlled we are using as in some microbes. These chemicals toxics are they're extremely harmful. So when we are making as in that enter the chemicals they are toxic as well as in harmful to human beings and the animals alike, and have the polluting our environment, soil and groundwater, fruits, vegetables and crop plants. So when we are using this completely the chemicals they are harmful to as in everyone. Okay, now the soil also they polluted through as in our use in a completely weedicides to remove of weeds. So when we are using as in some pesticides to remove of weedicides plants, then what happens, soil pollution is takes place. Now how do they control? Biological control of pest and diseases. Biological control of pest and diseases. Let's, in agriculture, there is in a method of controlling pest and the reliance of natural their predation rather than the introduced as any chemicals. So we are using as any the method of control the pest is natural. Naturally, how do they are controlled when without any chemicals? The K beneficial organic farming, it is in a biodiversity the further their health. So when you are using as an organic farming means the completely without using as any pesticides and more in a variety of in landscape has in that more the suitable it's. So when you are using as in landscapes, they are very suitable for as in to development of more crops. And the organic farmers therefore as in workers create their works to create system where as in the insects there sometimes is called as an a pest is not they are eradicate, but instead they're kept as in a, their magnetical levels of in a complex system check and that in a balance within the living and the vibrant ecosystem. So when we are using as in the different types of means crops to get completely to get change every time, what happened to get completely to get managed as in the number of in a the pest as well as in a some diseases also they are controlled with help of in a ecosystem also. Next, here, contrary to that, in a conventional farming, the practices which is often used as in chemical methods kill the both useful and harmful life of any their indiscriminately. This is in a holistic approach that seek to development of understanding to web and interaction between the any their myriads of any organisms to constitute as in a field in a fauna and flora. So when you are used as an approach, their complete development of in a complete different web interactions, then what happened to get control to as in a that all that field of in a the fauna as well as in a floras. The organic farmers that holds the view as that the in a irradiation that is in the create it is often described as an pest is not only the possible but they are undesirable of without that any beneficial their predatory and the parasitic insects which is and it depends upon the food and host would be they not able to serve. So here which the organism they're taking as in a host organism, they're automatically their disabled characters undesirable characters to get changed to get modified, then only their organic farming will be there move. Thus, use of these the biocontrol measures will the greatly reduce the our dependence of toxic chemicals and pesticides. So when we are using as this enter the organic chemicals, then what happened to get control as in the pesticides, right? And the important part of the in biological farming, the approach, the become as a farmer, the sorry, in familiar with as in their various life forms that is in inhibit wild. So here that mostly the organic farming means that the complete similarly they use as in a different their inhabit fields like a completely they use and predators as well as pests and also in the life cycles of pattern their feeding and habits they also they are prefer. So the automatically the different every change crop to crop they get will be change some some are they very important, then only what happen it is help to as in development of appropriate means in a biocontrol, then only they are control to as in a the entire the crops. Okay, here they completely they get using as what they're using as in a complete in a the organic agriculture we are remaining we discuss in next class. Thank you for watching. Please share, like and subscribe.